Right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Shalom to the elect, the 144,000, first and foremost, pushing this truth in all sincerity in the four quarters of the earth. Lord willing, we be at that number. I'm your brother Tabaya Kwana coming at you with a real quick one. Lord willing, it's edifying. We got in the news. Iran and Russia, they have created a strategic partnership agreement, 20-year strategic partnership agreement, forming like a quote-unquote new axis of power. I think in what was that, World War II, there was an axis of power or axis of evil. They always try to, like an alignment, that word axis. So there's a lot of moving and shaking in that area over there in the so-called Middle East, which is really just the Levant region. There's no such thing as the Middle East. That's a name given to a region by Esau Edom man, so-called white man, which he's done that to the whole world. He's named the whole world whatever the hell he wants to name it. The son of perdition, Esau Edom. All right. The border of wickedness. Salakia, Job 9:24, the wicked, capital the wicked, all right, of the earth, man. There's an actual wicked people in the earth, man. These are the Edomites, the so-called white people, starting with their elites, man, the elite bankers, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Oppenheimers, these old families, right? They rule the world. They just name it whatever they want to name it. But right now, you have an alliance. You also have that BRICS alliance: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. There's a lot of mobilization going on. So without further ado, Ezekiel 38, at the top it says, "And the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog." Gog goes into in the Hebrew, it's Gog, and it's mountain. It means mountain or government. Mountain means a government, symbolic for a government. All right. And so it will read on. It says the land of Magog. That Magog just means of or from Gog. So that's not two different places, Gog and Magog. It's the same region. All right. It says the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Meshech actually kind of goes, well, the city Moscow goes back to the name Meshech. Tubal, these were Meshech, Tubal, Gog. These were the sons of Japheth. If you go into Genesis, the 10th chapter, it'll break that down. It says, and prophesy against him. All right. So just another aside note: chief prince, chief in the Hebrew is Salakia, Rosh, meaning head, and prince is Shar, meaning prince. You put those together, Rosh Shar, you get something that sounds like Russia. Okay, so Russia, the word Russia is actually a Hebrew word, a Hebrew compound word, meaning head prince. All right. So verse 3 says, and say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, All right. So the Lord, even though, we know that Russia in due season will enter into a war of Armageddon, Armageddon in the book of Revelation speaks about war of Armageddon. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. Armageddon. Salaki, give me a moment. Right. Yeah. So all these kings of the earth, they're going to be brought to a region in the so-called Middle East, to basically fight, man. People talk about that time of Armageddon. That's Armageddon. All right, that's Armageddon. All right. So this is Book of Revelation chapter. And before I grab that, let me grab this real quick. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past. That's World War II. Woe meaning destruction. So it was a time of destruction, meaning this is speaking of a world war that passed. It says, behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Yeah, that's the war of Armageddon. Let's grab it real quick. Salakia kind of miss dropped it. Let's see. Yeah, so like Revelation 16 and verse 16, and it says, and he gathered them together in a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. In the actual Hebrew, it's Armageddon, meaning mountain of troops. Remember, Gog means mountain, so it's going to be a big conglomerate, if you will, of troops in that Middle Eastern region to duke it out. This is what the Lord's gonna do, man. And because they did the Lord's people dirty, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. They touched the apple of the Lord's eye. All right, back to Ezekiel 38. Says, and I will Salakia. Right. Ezekiel 38 and 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bear thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. This is talking about World War III. This is Russia being controlled by the Most High, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. When it speaks of hooks in the jaws, it's a controlling mechanism, all right? A hook, if you were an angler, you hooked a fish, you control that fish with the hook, all right? And so this is Russia being a fish, if you will, for the Most High, man. The Lord's going to turn them back with the hooks into their jaws, and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth and all thine army, horsemen and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. This is war. All right. It says Persia, which are the Iranians. All right. We just read about that. Russia and Persia coming together in a strategic partnership agreement. This is prophecy unfolding. It says Persia, Ethiopia, which are the Cushites, Libya, which is put with them, all of them with shield and helmet. All right. Gomer, which is Turkey, and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. If I'm not mistaken, I think Togomar is like North Africa. But don't quote me on that one. All right. It says, be thou prepared, and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And that's the point. Russia is going to supply all of those nations that we said before in verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, Gomer, Togomar, all right? Supply them and be a guard, meaning they're going to be stand in their corner, if you will, all right? Supply them with weapons, be their ally, in this war to come, okay? And this is just the beginning, looks to be the beginning, the makings of that alliance with big boy Iran, which again are the Persians, and Russia, which is Gog. All right, so Lord willing, I was edifying, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Shalom.